Yeah, hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Bilal, and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can write a program for evaluating any given arithmetic expression using a computer register with to address instruction. So if you see, I've just written down one question over here. Write a program to evaluate the given arithmetic expression using a computer register with to address instruction. So this is the arithmetic expression, which I've taken it. Now I'm going to write a program to evaluate this arithmetic expression using a computer register with to address instruction. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm just going to give the heading quickly of solution. Okay, now this is the given arithmetic expression. So first of all, I'm just going to write it down over here quickly. X is equal to a plus b in bracket, then multiply with c plus d in bracket, then multiply with e plus f plus g. Now, as you know, I'm going to write a program to evaluate this expression using a computer register with to address instruction. So that's why, on the top, I'm going to give the heading of to address instruction. Okay, so in to address instruction, I can use the register more than one. If you see, I've got 3 brackets come in the given expression, so I'm going to use 3 register for evaluating this expression. So first of all, I'm just going to see, I'm gonna just solve the first bracket firstly, then the second one, and in the last I'm going to solve the third bracket. So first of all, I'm going to solve the first bracket. So in the first bracket here, I've got it, the first variable is a. So here I'm going to write it down move, and the first register I'm going to give the name to first register as a R1, and I'm going to write it down over here the variable a. So now the variable a, the value of the variable a moves in R1, which is the first register. Now if you see in the expression, in the first bracket, add a is going to be add with b. So here I'm going to write down the operation of add. Now here I write it down first of all R1. Why? Because R1 has got the value of the variable a. Now here I'm going to write it down variable b, because a is going to be add with b. So now in this line here, the variable a adds with variable b, and the answer stores in the first register, which is R1. So it means now I did solve the first bracket, and I've got the answer of the first bracket in R1. Now I'm going to solve the second bracket. So in the second bracket here, I've got the first variable, it's c. So again, I'm going to write it down move, and here I'm going to give the name to the second register is R2, and here I'm going to write it down the variable c. So now the value of the variable c moves in R2, which is register 2. Okay, now if you see in the expression in the second bracket, c is going to be add with variable d. So again, I'm going to write down the operation of add. Now here, first of all, I'm going to write it down R2, because R2 has got the value of the variable c, and here I'm going to write it down variable d, because c is going to be add with d. So now in this line, firstly the variable c adds with the variable d, and the answer stores in the second register, which is R2. So it means first of all I did solve this bracket and I've got the answer of the first bracket in R1, and I did solve the second bracket as well and I've got the answer in R2. So now if you see these two brackets here, they are going to be multiplied with each other. So what I will do here, I'm going to write down the operation of multiplication, which is MUL. Now first of all I'm going to write it down over here, R1. Why? Because R1 has got the answer of the first bracket and it's going to be multiply with R2 because R2 has got the answer of the second bracket. So in this line here, the first bracket means that bracket, and the second bracket, which is that bracket, they did multiply in each other, and after that I get the answer, or the answer is going to be stored in R1, which is register 1. So when you multiply these two brackets, so after that your answer is going to be stored in R1. Now I'm going to solve the third bracket. So the first variable in the third bracket is E. So again I'm going to write down move firstly, then I take the third register and I give the name to the third register is R3, and in R3 I move the value of the variable E. Now if you see in the bracket, E is going to be add with F. So again I'm going to write down the operation of add. Now first of all I'm going to write it down R3 over here. Why? Because R3 has got the value of the variable E and it's going to be add with F. So in this line here, E is going to be add with F and the answer stores in R3. Now if you see E plus F, they also are going to be add with variable G as well. So again I'm going to write down the operation of add over here. And first of all I'm going to write it down over here R3. Why? Because R3 has got the answer of E plus F. Now here I'm going to write down the variable G. So now in this line here, E plus F, they are going to be add with variable G, and the answer goes to in R3, which is register 3, which is third register. So now the third bracket has been solved and the answer of the third bracket moves in third register, which is R3. So now if you see in the expression here, these two brackets here, I did multiply to each other and I've got the answer of these two brackets here. When I did multiply to them, I've got it in R1, and when I did solve the third bracket, so I got the answer in R3. So now if you see these two brackets here, they are going to multiply with the third bracket as well, if you see in the expression. So now I'm going to put the operation again of multiplication, which is MUL, and now first of all I'm going to write it down R1. Why? Because R1 has got the answer of the first two brackets when I did multiply to them, and after that I'm gonna multiply with R3. Why? Because R3 has got the answer of the third bracket. So now in this line here, the first two brackets here, when they did multiply, so their answer is going to be multiplied with the answer of the third bracket, and the final answer stores in R1. So it means I did evaluate this expression and the final answer stores in R1. So now if you see in the expression here, it is x is equal to, so that's why in the last I'm going to move the final answer in variable x, and final answer I've got it in R1. So here I'm going to write it down over here R1. So it means the final answer now moves in variable x. Why I've taken variable x? Because it was in the expression x is equal to. If there was going to be z or y, so y I would have written down over here y or z, but it was x, so that's why I just took the variable x, and in the variable x the final answer has been moved. Now the program has been completed here, and I did evaluate the given arithmetic expression using a computer register with to address instruction. But still, like, if you got any question regarding to address instruction, so you can comment me and I'll try to reply you as soon as possible. So if you like this video, so please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if you can, so please press the bell icon as well. So inshallah, next time I will just come up with the new video, and in that video I'm going to show you how you can write a program to evaluate any given arithmetic expression using a computer register with 3 address instruction. So until that time, Allah Hafiz and take care of yourself.